In the open source music production space, Ardor has been the go-to DAW or digital audio workstation for years. But there's a new challenger in the ring with Zrythm. This week we saw the first major 1.0 release for Zrythm, and there's a lot to talk about. Zrythm 1.0 features an advanced UI and provides streamlined audio editing capabilities, as well as a variety of tools, many audio mixing features, automatic project backups, and more. I think one of the biggest things, though, is their support for plugins. The Zrythm team says that it supports every major plugin format, including LV2, VST2, VST3, AU, Clap, and JSFX, with additional support for SFZ and SF2 sound fonts, as well as sandboxing thanks to Carla. In my opinion, this is a huge deal because all of the audio professionals I've spoken to about creating on Linux typically comment about the plugin support. So if Zrythm can do all of that, that sounds huge. Something that is interesting to see in a 1.0 release is that they are already planning to change the toolkit that they are using for the interface. They plan to switch it from GTK to Qt 6. To quote the Zrythm developers, they say, GTK, our current GUI toolkit, has not been performing well on non-GNU/Linux platforms. This has been a significant hurdle in achieving the cross-platform compatibility that we've always aimed for with Zrythm. Additionally, we've encountered issues with the Mason build system, which has led us to make some important changes. This is a very interesting situation, but it makes a lot of sense. Technically, GTK does work across platforms, but the support for GTK outside of Linux is iffy at best. A lot of the time, the versions of GTK on Windows and macOS are older than the current versions, which often means developers have to base on older versions to keep things in sync. And that kind of thing is not ideal. Now, Qt is much more consistent across platforms, so it makes a lot of sense for someone who wants to make a cross-platform app to use Qt instead. So Zrythm looks very cool and super interesting, so I'm curious if anyone in the audience is an audio professional or even just a music creation enthusiast. I'm curious what you think of this app. Let me know in the comments.